Hello. This video describes data sync post-processing reports, specifically bibliographic reports and My Library Records reports. These reports contain information about records matched and delivered through data sync collections in WorldShare Collection Manager. The video will also discuss unresolved records and how to process them. After your data sync collection is submitted, OCLC reviews the collection, processes the submitted data, and releases output for your review. Bibliographic reports include the Bibliographic Processing Report, Bibliographic Summary Report, Bibliographic Exception Report, and Bibliographic Cross-Reference Reports. These reports help you understand how your data was handled, identify any issues, and take necessary actions to resolve them. File names include your OCLC symbol, the collection ID, the upload subdirectory, date and timestamps, an original file name, and lastly a file description that identifies the report type. The Bibliographic Processing Report includes every system-recognizable bibliographic record received within a file and the resulting bibliographic action. Reports contain raw data for ease of use across multiple platforms. All records from the processed file are represented. The files are pipe delimited with no headers. The Bibliographic Summary Report contains the corresponding statistics for the Bibliographic Processing Report. The visual table provides the total number of each bibliographic action within a file. To find the sum of the total number of system-recognizable bibliographic records received within a corresponding file, add up all of the numeric values of each bibliographic action type. A bibliographic record is considered recognizable when the file is parsed into individual records at the beginning of processing, and the record is assigned a system key, which is used to track the record through processing. The Bibliographic Exception Report contains unresolved records that were added to WorldCat staging. Records are added if they contain validation errors or they did not complete processing due to a process or data error. All errors for a record will be represented in unique pairs, showing from search key to error. This means that a bibliographic record key may be repeated more than once within a report to provide the complete set of errors associated with that record. Records appear here if you have chosen to not have new records added to WorldCat. The Bibliographic Processing Cross-Reference Report includes only records that resulted in one of the following bibliographic actions: create or match. A match can also result in a replace or field transfer. The Bibliographic Processing Unresolved Cross-Reference Report includes only records that resulted in a bibliographic action of unresolved. Cross-reference reports will include the local system number or LSN and corresponding OCLC number or OCN. Keep in mind that the OCN is the only access point to a record in WorldCat staging. A record is considered unresolved when a matching WorldCat record is not identified or the record has errors that prevent them from being added as original cataloging. This can be due to legitimate differences in cataloging practice, data errors that prevented the matching algorithm from identifying a matching WorldCat record, or a matching record does not exist in WorldCat. If yes, for WorldCat staging was selected upon creating the collection, newly added records are placed in the WorldCat staging area. Although records in this area are assigned a provisional OCLC number, they are not indexed in WorldCat. Records found to be sparse or contain validation errors are added to WorldCat staging as an unresolved record, which can be processed by your library and are not visible by other library institutions. Processing unresolved records can be managed in Connection Client or WorldShare Record Manager. Within Connection Client, use the OCLC numbers from cross-reference reports to retrieve records from WorldCat staging. Save the records to the online file or a local save file. Optionally, you can add a My Status, such as Unresolved, to help you identify the records. Search WorldCat using search keys from the staging record, such as author, title, year, etc. If a matching record is found, add your library holdings and/or export the record. Then, to remove your library holdings from the staging record, search WorldCat by the OCN again. Select Delete WorldCat Holding from the Action menu. If a matching record is not found, select Validate from the Edit menu to display errors. Edit the record to correct errors. Then select Replace Record from the Action menu. The record will be fully indexed in WorldCat and can be exported if needed. If you would like information on using local batch processing to manage unresolved records, please see our support site for documentation. Within WorldShare Record Manager, use the OCLC numbers from cross-reference reports to retrieve records from WorldCat staging. From the Save drop-down list, select Save in Progress record. Optionally, you can select a workflow status and enter a My Status, such as Unresolved, to help you identify the records. Click the title to display the record and identify search keys. Search WorldCat using search keys from the staging record, such as author, title, year, etc. Click Title or Edit Record to determine if the record matches your item. For matching records, edit the record if needed and select Set WorldCat Holding from the Record drop-down list. Then, to remove holding from the staging record, search WorldCat by the staging record OCN again. Select Delete WorldCat Holding from the Record drop-down list. If a matching record is not found, select Validate from the Record drop-down list. Edit the record to correct errors. Validate again. Then select Replace WorldCat Record from the Save drop-down list. The record will be fully indexed in WorldCat and can be exported if needed. Note that unprocessed records are removed after 180 days. If you chose Deliver My Library Records in the Mark Record Output Information accordion of your DataSync collection, you will receive a file containing your submitted records, with the OCLC control number for the records where your holdings were set. The OCN will be in the 035 field with the prefix of OCOLC. Keep in mind that the OCN inserted into the record should be the first OCN in the returned record. Within Collection Manager, if you enable reports, they will be available via email near the time when files of records have been output. When your first report is available, you will get an email from usage_statistics@oclc.org with the subject field stating the report name and date it was added. You will not receive an email on days when there is no activity. To receive emailed reports, go to Institution Settings, then Reports. Select Yes to receive email reports. Enter your 9-digit cataloging or admin authorization. Expand and select the report types to choose the reports you want to receive. For bibliographic collections, choose Bibliographic Record Processing and Bibliographic Record Processing exceptions. Enter at least one email address. However, OCLC recommends adding multiple email addresses. To add more than one email address, separate each email address with a semicolon. Select the report format and receive option desired. Click Save. Your reports can be retrieved in multiple ways. The recommended method is to access the My Files area of WorldShare. Another option is to use Secure File Transfer Protocol or SFTP. Lastly, there are some reports that are available through the OCLC usage statistics page. It is important to note that many reports are only available for 90 days from the date of upload. To download files using WorldShare, log into WorldShare, go to Metadata, then My Files, and then Downloads. Under Downloads, you can view the files and reports generated after processing data synchronization files. If you would like to locate a specific file before you download, search for the file in the Named column or use the Filter by List to narrow the result by file type. To view or hide recently downloaded files, select the box under Downloads. In the Action column, click Download. If your file is 1 GB or more, you must use SFTP. However, you can use it for any size file. You will need to use an open-source SFTP client software, such as FileZilla or WinSCP. FileZilla is recommended as it works well with multiple operating systems. After downloading and installing the SFTP client, open the application. Use Quick Connect to enter your credentials each time or create a site profile for OCLC. Navigate to the correct product directory. Locate the files and transfer them to your computer. Additional documentation and videos can be found on the OCLC support site. Once files have been processed, bibliographic and holdings processing summary reports, as well as LBD processing summary reports, are available on the OCLC usage statistics page. To access, go to www.stats.oclc.org. Enter your 9-digit cataloging or admin authorization number. Under the Cataloging tab, go to Collection Manager, then Data Synchronization. Data sync reports will be listed by collection ID. Click on the report you want to view. You will not see the data synchronization accordion or report categories listed until your first report is available. The most recent report data should display. You can download the report by clicking Export, or you can change the period to view past data. You can find documentation detailing additional information regarding the reports described in this video and those available for other type of data sync collections by accessing the OCLC support site at help.oclc.org. Click on Metadata Services, then World Share Collection Manager. View the Understand Reports section. Under each report type, you will find a section regarding data sync. The support site also contains documentation, training, and information on how to contact OCLC support in your region for additional questions or assistance. Thank you for your attention.